Welcome to the Healing Pod. I'm Megan, a licensed clinical psychologist.
And I'm Jessica, a licensed clinical social worker, and this is our journey of navigating anxiety as we learn to take up space and create an environment where we feel that we can belong.
Join us together as we learn not just to survive, but to thrive in our anxious brains.
This podcast is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional therapy or medical advice. If you are experiencing any mental health concerns, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional or healthcare provider. Remember, your mental health is important, and seeking personalized professional help is key to your well-being.
And welcome back. We have another episode, another week of us going, hi, we're losing our minds and exhausted. What are we talking about again?
We are here.
We are here. We show up with whatever we are. And our topic this week makes a lot of sense. So we are talking about those times in life when you are either completely and utterly zoned out, staring at a wall for 4 hours straight, or someone looks at you cross-eyed and you suddenly want to punch their face.
Yeah, that window of tolerance. Where are we at? How did we get here? And how do we get back into where those windows running?
I mean, personally, I think I get here because humans exist. If there were no humans, my window of tolerance would be so wide open, just an open field, but humans exist, so my window of tolerance goes
Yes.
very narrow.
How do you become a therapist for dogs? Not a therapist with dogs, but one for dogs.
You know, there's the world of like psychic for pet, which sounds like a great retirement plan because we can do anything we want. Who's going to question us? So there's got to be a way we can legitimize therapist for pet.
Yeah.
I think we could.
Your dog says it's mad at you because you forgot to give it that extra pepperoni before you left this morning.
Your dog is actually very securely attached, but you are disrupting that system by not coming home when your dog anticipates you coming home because they can't tell time.
That's why your dog is a rage monster.
Never zombies. The dogs never choose the zombie route. They're either calm or rage monster. Understood.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know, but it works well. So yeah, so we're looking at that window. It is a thing we all want. That why can't I just take that deep breath and be calm and accept all of the nonsense in the world and just continue going forward? It's because you have no space there.
Yes. And how do we get out of our window of tolerance? And how do we know we got there?
Because it goes two ways. Like it's very related to body arousal and to how overwhelmed you are and how many processes you have going on at the same time. So if you are over your limit and everything is firing and way too much energy, you're in that fight or flight mode. You are ready to just point me at the world. I'm going to punch someone. I'm going to fire someone. I'm going to scream at someone. If you do the wrong thing, you are in trouble for being in front of me. I'm trying to fix everything because it's all got to be right and it's all good. Even just saying it gets tiring. And then if you fall below, we go to that zoned out zombie mode, the one we all know of, the dead scroll, sitting and staring at a wall.
Maybe a little dissociation.
Just a light sprinkling of dissociation on top of the complete numbness. When you're sitting on the couch at night and you realize I really should go to bed, but the thought of getting up and walking up the stairs is so physically and mentally exhausting, I don't think I have it in me to go to bed.
Yes. Like this couch is holding you.
And the more you go into those two worlds, like the more you're overexerting yourself and you've burnt out and you have just nothing left, the less time you have in the middle where you can actually handle life the way they tell us adults are supposed to handle life.
But why isn't there a book? Like a step-by-step guide for dummies. This is where I'm at.
It's true. I'm sure there's like 20 books. There's 20 of them. We could write our own too. It'd be lovely. It's like, hey, this is what you have to do to stay within your window of tolerance. The problem is humans.
Yes.
We're all different. Every single art, the things that have set us, the trauma we've already done, the level of chronic stress we are under, our physical capabilities levels, how tired we are, how healthy we are. All of that micro changes with each person, which is why if you find a self-help book that works for you, amazing. And if not, it's just because it works for someone else.
Yes, exactly. We all have our level of efficiently functioning
Hmm.
capabilities, and they're not all the same. We all sit in different places.
Hmm. I mean, Goldilocks was completely wrong when she got rid of the hot food because, hello, we need to actually eat some warm food for once.
Yes.
Poor mom, whose food was always cold. That's always a good joke. Mama Bear's food was always cold. She had let it sit too long taking care of everyone else. She had the cold porridge. But yeah, we want that just right for us level of I am attentive, I am paying attention, I am activated, I have enough pressure to know that this is a thing that is worthwhile to me to do, and I'm not completely dissociated and cut off, and I'm not completely overwhelmed and just trying to punch my way through a wall to make the wall go away because I forgot how doors work.
I am here, and this is where I am.
Mhm. Mhm.
What is acceptable? I think that's what it comes down to. Goldilocks was stuck on this needs to be perfect. What does
Yes.
not, what just works? What works? This is,
Yeah.
hey, I can make this work.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like we have some level of control in here. Like if we are sitting there and we are biting and bitching at everyone and snapping and da 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 da, da, take a breath, take a step back, take a cool drink, take a walk around, maybe refocus on a different task for a minute and then come back to this one, maybe organize what is my actual concern about this task so I can express it in a more productive way. Like we can pull ourselves down. And if we're in that numb, dissociated zombie mode, we can ground, we can re-engage, we can pull ourselves back up. We have some room to work with that. But we have to know when we're hitting those sides. We have to know what side we're on, and we have to know what works for us when we're in that state.
Yes. And what is causing it? Where are you feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated, over everything?
Mm-hmm,
What has gotten you to that point? Because there is two separate levels. So I know for me, I just have too much on my plate and I'm overwhelmed when I shut
mm-hmm.
down. I've hit zombie mode. I just want to scroll and I don't care that I've got 500 things to do and people to call. But
Yes.
there's kind of the overstimulation when there's too much happening all at once and too many sounds and things and my clothes are touching me. And then it comes out in the rage monster. Like, talk to me, don't look at me. Why are you breathing? I can hear you.
Yes. The clothes touching the sensory one, I get that a lot. It's like there's something on my skin and I want it off my skin right now. That's why showers are lovely. Showers are an amazing thing. Go get you in a shower. If you're up or if you're down, the shower will pull you to the middle. But I see you go that numb, and I will absolutely go in that numb a lot, especially in the evenings. In the
Mhm.
mornings, I start the hyperarousal. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm anxious about this and this and this and this. Let me wake up at 4 a.m. and just think about everything that I should be doing, that I'm a horrible human being because I'm not doing it and I must be wrong. And what can I do about it? Nothing. Let me think about it again and call myself.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's so funny. Yesterday at work, I discovered my window of tolerance in a way that the attorney that I work with just kind of laughed because I don't even remember when we were working on, but we were going through something that really didn't have a fix, but there was things that we needed to do. And I was like, oh, my bra just keeps getting tighter and tighter. And she's like, just take it off. It was like, just so easy. Just take your bra
Yeah.
off. Like, I can't take my bra off where I work. And she's like, we don't have clients coming. It's
Yeah.
annoying.
Seriously.
Take it off. Easy fix.
Listen, as long as things aren't falling out or poking through, do we really need those every day, guys, girls, any of us? Do we really need those every day? Come on.
I feel like the answer to that is no. I have started intentionally buying shirts that don't require.
Nice. I'm just saying they make pasties in this world. I am just saying.
But see, I'm in Florida. It's hot and sweaty and
Mm,
sticky, and I can feel the stick. Now we're at the
yeah.
overstimulated.
Yeah, yep. There's just no winning for that one, which goes back to the take a shower.
Exactly. I just need to work from home all the time so I
Mhm.
can take a shower every few hours.
I know. And I think it's interesting to me because I know we've run into a situation at the office where like there's a problem and I'm going to fix the problem by I am talking to you and I am talking to you and I am talking to you and I'm getting everyone's side and then I'm deciding what happened and deciding what I'm going to do with it. And that level of intensity and energy, which is about what I said there, a little bit more, came across as me being very hyper aroused and very yelling to one person. I'm like, do you want me to actually lose it, I need a good reason. Give me someone or something I can lose it on, but let me show you what my hyperarousal will actually look like when I have lost it. This is not me losing it. This is me going, huh, I can go towards this range, but I am going to deal with the problem, and no one is going to get screamed at or sworn at. We're good.
Facts.
Yeah. So sometimes if you're in one of these states, you're going to read everyone else as being in the state that's opposite of it. Like if you're really, really amped up and mad at everyone, you're going to see them as just like zoned out and not doing their job and not knowing how to work. And if you're really, really low and really hard to energize yourself and get anywhere, you're going to see everyone else as being angry and snippy and snappy and just over the top. Like you're going to read more into everything they do, even if they're not actually out of that window for themselves. Your frame of reference, your baseline in those moments is skewed.
Yes.
And that makes it hard. That makes it hard to interact. That makes it hard to deal with. That makes it easy to fall into the it's not me, it's everyone else. If they just didn't do this, if they just fixed it, I wouldn't be upset. Okay, but who's in the chair? And whose brain do you have control over? And whose actions can you say, I'm going to do this now? Who can we actually help calm down and get back into that window?
Yep. That is my rule of thumb is who can you control? You can't
Mm-hmm.
change the actions of others. You can only
No.
focus on yourself.
No. And there is no control of others. There is coercion. I can bribe you, I can threaten you, I can beg you, I can ask you nicely, and because you like me, maybe you'll respond. I can shame you, but I cannot actually force you. I can pick up your hand and make it poke things and do it for you. I cannot force you to do anything. But I can say, all right, Megan, just raise your hand, put your hand down, get up off the couch, go to bed, drink some more tea. I can make myself do something. That is the only control I have is choosing the actions I take.
Somatics are so important, and I don't think people realize that. My favorite statement is nothing works when I'm in the zone. And maybe that's true. But a lot of times it is because we need to focus on our body and slow ourselves down and really bring it to a I don't need to worry about what's on that computer over there right now. Right now, I just need to be here and twirl my little fidget.
Mm-hmm.
How does that
And
feel
then,
in your hands? How does your breathing
yes.
feel right now?
Absolutely. And maybe that part of you that's in that zone, maybe it's right, maybe nothing works. Is it because we're using the wrong tools? Is it because this problem is not one we actually have control over? Or is it because we are defining work as fix or perfection and not make this a little bit better?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we actually looking? What are we actually feeling in those moments?
Yeah. Where do we come to a calm down zone?
Yes. So first, how on earth do we recognize when we're out of that window of tolerance? Murder ideas go up. That's one. We don't actually want to murder anyone, but you're like, are there wiggle rooms in that rule? There are no wiggle rooms in that rule. No murdering people. Not yourself and not others. No murdering people. There's no wiggle room in that rule. But when you're wondering if there is wiggle room, you're probably outside of your window of tolerance. Just saying.
When you find yourself asking, kind of snapping, maybe like somebody just said your name, what do you want? Oh, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna leave. I'm not gonna say anything to them, but
When
I'm so frustrated right now.
when the skin can't handle the sensations, when the noise can't be any noisier, when any comment by any person is just nope, or when you're just so disconnected, any comment by any person you're not hearing. If it takes you 2 minutes to realize someone's talking to you, you're not really here.
That's
We
me
all
right
do
now.
that. Not being here sounds nice. No.
Yes.
It's like the wait, someone talked to me? Huh? Let me try to pull back. Yeah, you're not really here. You're a little dissociated. When you're sitting there looking at what do I eat for dinner and you can't come up with a thought of what food is, let alone which one you want to eat. Probably a little zombified.
Might be time to slow down and figure out what's going on right now. What
Hmm.
is too much? Maybe I hit that window.
Yes. So you want that body awareness, you want that mind awareness, you want to know who is your baseline self? Who do you like being? When someone says, "Hey, I have a question," how do you like responding? How does it feel when people ask you things, offer you things, interact with you? How does it feel when you get up and do anything? Like, what is your baseline? Are you anywhere near your baseline at this moment? Are we? No. No, we are nowhere near our baselines at this moment. We are trying to pull ourselves down for this podcast. Doing a pretty decent job, but oh boy.
Pulling ourselves back inside of our window of tolerance, and it takes a
Hmm.
whole lot of work.
Yes. But it's clearly something that is possible. We're doing it literally right now. Before this, we both had clients. We were running around. We were trying to get things connected. Jess is trying to get herself set up so she can record in any way, size, shape, or form. I'm trying to respond to people and like we were both bleh. And then it's like, oh my gosh, here's this person I like talking to, and here's this pattern thing I like doing, and here's this topic that is very currently relevant, and here's this Megan, slow your speech down, take a breath, actually be here, and now it's not as hard to be here. 10 minutes ago, now it's not as hard.
Exactly. So, in case you guys are wondering, we very rarely have our shit together. And when we do these podcasts, they are usually on the fly and it's not scripted. It's us figuring shit out as we
Yes.
go.
Would it be easier to do these and edit them if they were scripted? Yes. Do we have the time in our lives to pre-script everything? That was such a cute idea. No, no, it's just ain't happening.
We
We are
try.
not those type of people. Mhm. We schedule, we look at what we can do every time, like every other week. I'm like, all right, when are we trying this week? What do we got? We try to schedule that out. That's about it. And then we're like, all right, let's pick from one of the topics we got. Let's see what's looking at it and let's talk. And like, huh, window of tolerance. Do I have one today? I got one. It's thin. We're trying to raise it a little, but we got one.
Yes.
So how do we get ourselves back into this window and how do we open the window a little bit more? What are we doing here?
And for us, I feel like our calming tool is each other. We find our person,
Yeah.
we do what we need to do, and we bring ourselves back in.
Mhm. It helps when you're like, "Oh, this is my person. This is I don't need to mask, I don't need to hide. I can come as a hot mess and you're just there to catch me." We get it.
Exactly.
You know I'm going to be a hot mess. I know you're going to be a hot mess. That is who we are. It is okay. We're cute hot messes. Come on. Yeah.
Welcome to our party.
Mhm. It's fun. But having that one thing off your plate, I don't have to be something I might not be at that moment to exist with Jess, to talk to Jess. I don't have to put on a persona, watch what I'm saying, monitor things. I don't have to. Am I going to slightly monitor what I say in a podcast? Kind of. I'll cut the swearing down by like 20%. I don't know.
Hey, you've done good, and I'm the one that said better this time.
I don't know. I probably have. We've done better. We've done better. And like I'll do that, but just the knowledge of if I screw up and my mask slips too much for podcasting, I can just cut that part out. That helps. Not having to pretend takes something off my plate and it helps. Because I don't have to have that guard up as much. I don't have to be watching who's in the room and who's hearing and is the door open. Was it? I don't have to have any of that. So I can let that go and I can breathe.
You don't need an overprotective bouncer. The nervous system will always try to be your bouncer. And
Mm-hmm.
it creates all this level of turning people away, and shutting your emotions down because they are too heavy and too much.
Mm-hmm.
You're in my space. I can't handle you.
And honestly, it's the opposite of what we need. We don't need all the people, but we need our people. The ones we don't have to pretend with, the ones that are good for us. We don't need to shut down and shut out all our emotions. We need to acknowledge them. Say, wow, I am feeling really overwhelmed. I am feeling really ticked off about this thing. I am feeling really upset about that thing. I am feeling really guilty about this other thing. Just naming them and holding them and looking at them and saying, yeah, okay, I'm feeling that. That makes sense why I'm all over the place. it puts boundaries on them and it brings them down to a more reality level so I can pick them up and put them down and do something about them over there in a minute after I breathe.
Right.
Yes, but I need to name it. I when I get spun up, when I start doing that, 4 a.m. overthinking, it's what is my problem? What am I avoiding thinking about? Because if I'm thinking about 20,000 things that I have to fix and do, there's something bothering me that I am scared to look at and scared to do. What is that thing? Okay, okay. Why am I avoiding that thing? Okay, okay. How do I put my big girl pants on even if I don't feel like wearing clothes right now and deal with that thing?
Maybe you deal with it naked.
Maybe. Sometimes naked is the answer, guys. I'm just saying. Sometimes naked is the answer.
We're problem solvers here. Welcome to our podcast.
Mhm. If your clothes feel bad, try it without clothes.
Exactly.
hmm It is almost it's almost sundress season, so I'm very happy for that. Sundresses feel less like clothes.
Come to Florida. It's already 105 degrees outside.
Very true. Well, we're gonna get down in the 30s again Friday night, so maybe only to 40.
So we have
It
some
hasn't
fun
decided.
news. We're going to be
Mhm.
together for a solid week.
Yes.
And Megan better figure out how to make sure it's warm.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Because the more she keeps saying, it's right, it's snowing again. I'm like, I'm still
Uh-huh.
coming.
You're coming whether you want to or not. If I have to like bundle you up in my parka, we are still getting you here.
Look, we need to make sure I don't die of frostbite, okay? Because I will.
Yes. We got this. We got this. We have the herd conference coming up next month. Next month, right?
Month after next.
Month after. I don't know what day it is. We have the herd conference coming up, so Jess is going to come up and see me, and then we are going to go to it and see our other herd buddies, and that will be awesome and amazing, and definitely widen up my window of tolerance because again, it's people I want to see. It's a thing that I am doing for me that is a break from the normal other stressors that I am preparing for. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I gotta do people, I have time off. It's okay. We're gonna drive there. We got this. We have a place to stay all set up. Like all of it's set. It's going to be helpful. Is it going to be a stress? Of course, we're driving a long time and gas is ridiculously expensive, but it's still gonna be fun.
Yes, we're going to have a great time.
hmm hmm
We're going to bring that brain back on.
Yes, I love it. So yeah, like good human connection is a good point of widening this. Have you drank anything today that is not pure caffeine? Are you surviving on coffee and energy drinks, or have you actually given your body some water in some form whatsoever? Leave my tea alone.
There's ice in my cup.
Ice is water. Just make sure you also eat the ice. But like, are you caffeine is needed and caffeine is wonderful, but are you just stealing the energy from later and later and later and later and later and not actually recharging yourself? You need to recharge yourself. You need water. You need food. You need movement. If you're really, really amped up and hyper aroused and over, slow it down. Gentle movements, a walk, breathing and paying attention to the way your body moves when you breathe. If you are hyper aroused, focus on breathing out. That's your parasympathetic nervous system. That's I'm going to slow things down. Life is okay. I can relax. You think of that big long sigh resting into yourself. If you're zombie mode, breathe in. Get that activation going there a little bit. Like focus on getting more oxygen, moving a little faster, marching to a beat, dancing, anything to feel connected to your body, to feel connected to when I do this, things happen. I can snap fingers, I can move.
Yes.
Dance parties are good. When you're in a zombie mode, dance parties are good.
Yes.
Even if it's just like little dance, just little dance is good.
Move your body. For me, I have to like get up and walk around my chair and just move, do
Mhm.
something.
Yeah. I will say if you are in a state where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to move and get my brain off of this topic and anywhere, and I need to activate myself. If you try to do like any sort of exercise at all with an American Shepherd puppy around or an Australian Shepherd, they'll jump in your face and they'll wake you right up and make you feel loved. So those nice office stretches, like do this in your office, do some gentle yoga. Puppy yoga wakes you up.
Cracks.
Yes. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I know. Always breathing. Always go back to breathing. That's one of your base building blocks. And it's not an instant easy fix, but it's that I can control it. I can settle myself down and I can give my body this thing to focus on
Hmm.
and to bring me to reset and go, okay, what am I looking at? What do I need to do?
How did it get here?
Hmm.
I mean, I think it's important to remember too that this is a proverbial window of tolerance. It's not a solid window that never moves. So when you feel yourself saying, this didn't bother me 2 months ago, why is it bothering me now? Because this is proverbial. Your window of
Yes.
tolerance moves based on what you're dealing with, how overwhelmed you are. How much self care have we done? I know that's a very non loved word, but it's necessary. And self care isn't like, oh, I went to the spa. Um, Not always. I
Sometimes.
mean, like more, but it's just small things. Like I took care of myself today. I remembered to take my medicine. I drank a glass of water. I took 5 minutes to say, you know what? I'm not taking that phone call. I'm focusing on me.
Hmm. And sometimes self-care is I did the dishes so I wasn't staring at them and feeling guilty.
Mhm.
I took a task off my list. I looked at this mess and I cleaned it up for myself. Sometimes self-care is active problem solving. It's actually doing the things that we need to get them off our plates.
Yeah.
You know, we've said it before and I'll say it again. When you just look up the list of self-cares, there's always something on there that you're like, that's not going to help me at all. No, it won't. But in the right situation, it'll help someone, right?
Some
So
care,
leave it on the
some
list.
care.
Yeah. Like the tiny little things. I'm sitting here staring at my desk. So who remembers being bored in class and unfolding paper clips and then trying to make different shapes out of them? That's a thing. We entertained ourselves with that. That was self-care. You get the little finger clips and you have it on his nails. Like these are
Doodling on
yes,
everything.
doodling. Doodling is so great for your brain. They actually had they were pushing it in one of the therapy types, Zen doodles. Before you basically you would do little doodles, but you would do them on sticky note sized paper, and
Mhm.
you would just fill everything you could with it and make so many more of them. But it was contained. There's boundaries. It's little. Doodling helps reset. It helps engage. It helps. I'm focusing on a detail. I'm breathing. I'm doing tiny regulated movements. It gets that nervous system clued into where are you actually at, what is actually going on around you, and what do we actually need to do. Going back to Jess's bouncers, like the overactive bouncer is going to throw out every single thing that exists. It's like, oh my gosh, and this is gone, and this is gone, and this is gone, and that's when you come home and all the clothes come off because it's just the skin feels bad and you can't have clothes.
Right.
You need to let the bouncer know what's a threat and what's not. Are you safe right now? Is this okay? Are you comfortable right now? Can you be comfortable right now? What do you need to be comfortable right now? What do we need to give Jess so she stops shaking her head and trying to hide?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's regulation. It's co-regulation if you have someone doing it with you, which is nice, right? It's
Mhm.
nice to have partners to co-regulate with. You match their breathing, you match their actions. You go, I need to vent at you, and you just spew everything, and then they spew it back. And at the end, you both go, yeah, that's rough, buddy. And you take a breath and you see, what do I actually need to do?
Yes.
And so much of this, so much of adulting is Google it because we don't actually know anything, and practice
Hmm.
because we don't actually know anything.
Nothing. Nothing.
No, no, we are not good adults. We know nothing. We need to look it up from people who have tried it before and get ideas of what to do, and we need to practice it to see if it works for us. Like tell someone to take a deep breath. Okay, did that help you or would you like to practice that more? Like practice taking a deep breath. Practice taking a deep breath when you notice, oh, my chest is tight. That means I should take that breath, move my shoulders back, pull my tongue from the roof of my mouth. And if I do that every time I have a sensation or every time I think of it, I'm going to be more likely to pull on that when I'm getting stressed and be able to do it without thinking. If you practice, someone is very much annoying me and they're coming up to me to talk, and I can take a deep breath and I can think about how do I want to present myself before I respond to them. you're much less likely to punch them in the face. You got to remember, there is a consequence for punching people in the face. We are adults. We don't get away with this stuff.
Only if you get caught.
Yes, that is true. There are many people in this world that have done many things that deserve to be punched in the face. You have to decide if their deserving of it is worth whatever consequence you're going to face for it.
Yes.
And then accept your consequence like an adult and be like, yeah, my bad. Take me to jail and give me a break. What are we doing? You can tell where our brains are at these weeks, guys. You can tell. You can tell. It might be subtle.
Exactly.
So practice who you want to be. Practice how you want to deal with hard things. And that means do hard things. There's definitely a pattern, a lot of the COVID kids, honestly, we see now where there's a complete and utter avoidance of discomfort and of doing things that are hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying you have to jump into a toxic, trauma-filled situation. I'm not saying you have to suck it up and deal with horrific circumstances, but I am saying life is hard. And some of the things that we really, really want are going to take a lot of effort from us. They're going to take discomfort. They're going to take practice and mistakes and asking for help and owning up to shit we have done and shit we have done wrong and that we need to redo and that we need help because we can't just do it on our own.
Yes.
That's okay.
Sometimes things are hard, and you don't have to be perfect.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of jokes in there that we are too classy to make and we're not making them. Sometimes things are going to be hard. They're going to be uncomfortable. Ask why. Ask if it needs to be. Like, is this hard and uncomfortable because I am dealing with a jerk that I don't want to deal with? Or is this hard and uncomfortable because this is a tricky thing? Like running. I am not in the best space with my running right now. I am doing it. I have a race on Sunday. It's going to be interesting. But there's just something off. I'm not sure if I'm slightly anemic. There's something off. Running doesn't feel good right now. It is hard, but it's not, I'm not pushing myself to where it's hard because, oh, my knee is injured and I'm going to injure it more, or I am going to die at the end of this race because I'm just going to push myself until I have nothing left and I'm going to pass out. I'm pushing myself by, I am going to move and my muscles are safe and my legs are safe and I'm not going to die from running 3 miles in the morning and then having a 7 mile race on a weekend. I'm going to take it easy and I'm going to do what I can and it's still going to hurt because that's how muscles work. You have to use them and they're going to be sore if you're building more muscles. It's not dangerous and it's not bad and it's not going to hurt me. And by doing that and practicing that, I'm building up that I can do hard things. I can pay attention to my body, my safety, and what it needs, and I can do hard things and keep pushing through them while paying attention to that.
And let's be clear, Megan won't die. I would die.
I won't die. Listen, you got the 100 and some odd degree weather. I got like 60 in the morning here. I'm good. Yeah. And that's just it. Like, if I picked Jess up tomorrow and said, hey, we're doing a 7 mile race on Sunday, come keep up with me, she would die. It would not be safe. It would not be comfortable, and it wouldn't be safe. She doesn't run. She's not trained. She's not ready for this. She would die if I tried to make her do that. That's a bad thing.
And I would laugh at her.
Absolutely. But if I say, hey, let's go for a walk.
I got you, boo. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go for a nice long hike somewhere with trees and shade and a lovely, it'd be great. Let's do that with the pups. That she can do. And that might still be uncomfortable at times if there's bugs, if there's hills, if it's really muddy, if I take the wrong trail and take you on a really long walk instead.
And I might be tired. Bitch and complain, but I'm not going to be worried about what I was overwhelmed before.
And the end result of it is not something dangerous for her. The end result is we would have that time together and we would get to enjoy each other more. And her legs moved. That's healthy.
Yes.
If you're avoiding things that are difficult and the end result of the difficult thing is something you really want or something that's actually healthy to do, we need to get you through your avoidance. We need to build up that tolerance. We need to get you into that window where you're not in the center of it all the time. Because if your window's open and you stay in the center and everything feels great, there's no movement. We need to bring you towards one of the edges. We need to say, all right, how do I tolerate this area? How do I strengthen myself in this level and keep my regulation skills, keep my breathing, keep all the things I need so that I'm not actually burnt out, so that I know, okay, this is what it feels like and this is how I regulate that, or this is what it feels like and this is when it's too much and I do need to step it back,
Mhm.
which we can absolutely do. Whew. Any other tricks you got that you like to use to work in your window there or to keep yourself getting back in there or opening your window a bit more?
I think for me, mine is allowing myself to dissociate a little bit sometimes if I'm feeling overwhelmed. Acknowledging it. For me, it's naming it. Why am I avoiding this? I'm not getting anything done. What do I need to do?
Mhm.
And then figuring out what can wait till later. Because I do have a tendency to be go, go, go. Everything needs to be done because it's there and it's on my plate. So it needs to be taken care of. So what can I set aside that it's not going to be the end of the world? And then I'm going to go get a coffee. And that's going to
Mhm.
regulate me. And I'll feel better. And then I can do things again.
Yeah. You get some sugar, you get some caffeine, you get some fluids because there is ice in your coffee.
Yes.
Remember, if you at least have ice in your coffee, ice is made of water. Yeah. But yeah, I do love the naming it method because it's like I said, I have to do that too. Because if I am overwhelmed and doing 20,000 things, there's something on my list I'm not doing.
Yeah.
There's something on my list that I don't want to look at, I don't want to touch. It is the driving force of this energy that I need to address
Right.
in order for everything else to settle back into its usual to-do piles of, yep, I'm doing it and I'm getting it and I'm chipping away, but it's no longer this thing. Let's throw everything else at it so it hides it and I don't have to look at it and then I can be busy with what is the thing? What am I feeling?
Mhm.
What is going on? What am I anxious about? What am I overthinking about? What am I avoiding? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
What am I throwing on my plate to keep avoiding it? Is that stuff worth it? Might not be.
Nope. I don't have to do this.
Sometimes you really don't.
You can't make me.
They can't. We just went through that. They cannot make you do anything, but they can bribe you.
Yes.
That's what work is. They pay us money for doing our job, so it's a lovely bribe. We all agree for it.
Yes.
But they can't make you. You are deciding to do it. It is worth it to you, and you are deciding to do it. And acknowledging that level of control makes you feel better about your life. It does. Anything else you can think of? Anything else you're feeling for this?
I don't think so. I think my brain is at the zombified mode.
Mine feels better because I went from up to down. So mine feels better talking with you and just talking through this stuff. Just knowing that there is a space where we can work the best at, and if we are not in that space, that's just being human. That's not broken. That's not everyone else can handle this. No, they can't. No, they can't. Tell me someone else is in the exact same space as you, doing all of this stuff for you, doing all of the stuff that you are doing, and is actually handling it, and not, well, they don't have this stress, and they actually have this help, and they've actually let that. People aren't handling it. We're just being human. Some of us balance it better. Some of us drop different things. Some of us have more supports. Everyone has these windows. And you can work in it, and you can work on widening it, and you can work on recognizing when you're too close to your edges and pulling yourself back to the front.
You're not broken, you're overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And right now, everyone's a bit overwhelmed in this world, so it's
Fast.
pretty human.
Yes.
If you're not overwhelmed, you might be a robot, and I have some questions. How do you get that way? Can we sign up? What are the process? Yeah.
I've never been overwhelmed. I feel like when people tell me that, they're lying. There's no way. You're lying.
Yeah. They're either lying or they are very much not dealing with things that are uncomfortable. And that is a possibility. It's like, well, I'm never overwhelmed because I'm never challenged and I never try anything that I'm not good at and I never do anything new and I never grow and I never achieve. Life would be very underwhelming if I still had all the responsibilities I had in kindergarten. I could handle that, no problem. I would also be bored to tears.
I don't know. I've got a kindergartner, and you would think that the world is the most stressful thing in the world because
It is for a kindergartner.
she's got
But
so much
imagine if,
drama from kindergarten.
ooh, but imagine if your world was kindergarten with all your skills and all your resources now, all you had to deal with was kindergarten stuff. You get a nap, you get snack time. That one doesn't want to play with me, so I'm going to go play with this kid instead, or I'm going to go build blocks on my own. Coloring page, learn weather of the week, maybe a couple sight words.
I
I'm
think
telling
the
you.
problem is they don't do nap in kindergarten anymore. I feel like naps should continue through life.
Oh my gosh, naps are definitely needed. We need nap time.
Yeah,
Give us back nap time.
exactly.
We are adults, we can take nap time. Take a lunch break, take a nap break, your day will go better.
We will survive.
Yes, so there is hope. There is hope. We are all here with you. We are all struggle busting our way through. Just, can we tune the radio station? Can we add a little extra gas? Can we open the windows? What do we do to make our struggle bus a little more comfortable?
Yes. We put air conditioning on our bus. That's what we do.
Please. Oh, pretty please. All right. But thank you all so much for joining us today and the hot mess that we always will be for you. I promise to always be a hot mess for you. No worries.
You're now a friend.
I know. If you've found us once, find us again. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can find a podcast, and we are all over the internet. Where are we at, Jess?
We are on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok with our lovely, wonderful Mia that goes and posts for us on the regular
I
now.
know. I know. I feel bad because this one's going to get late getting out to her, but she's been wonderful, and we are appreciating all the fun and the help, girl. You're awesome. So, yeah, look us up, drop us a comment. We have links in our show notes somewhere. I tend to be rambly in there, but we have a link somewhere if you want to make anonymous comments. Feel free. Tell us a story. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Why not? Maybe we will. And other than that, have a lovely time. Take a deep breath, take a shower, drink a nice coffee, do whatever does you, and we will talk to you in a couple weeks.
Bye, friends.
Bye.